The purpose was to define a fixed marketing plan and each one's specific role, but our main conclusion of this PowerPoint is about SEO and the social media marketing. So I'll just briefly what is SaaS marketing different, and most of the traditional marketing is going with acquisition first, but for the SaaS marketing, monetization and retention needs to be done at the same time, and the retention is the most important part in the SaaS marketing. And these are inbound and outbound, setting priority. This is the Eisenhower matrix. So there are some, look at that category, that most of the successful B2B SaaS marketing SaaS startups do marketing. So there are content marketing, product trials, SEO, referral marketing, Google AdWords, co-marketing, retargeting, self-review sites, customer retention. So these are the benefits that you can get from those category marketing. And the priority I set is content marketing and SEO, Google AdWords, and customer retention are really, really important.
What we did today is that we wanted to do some research and to figure out, so we did team building first and we became closer as a team.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did what are our strengths and what do we want to do with our internship, because I wanted to figure out what motivates them to be Effi employees.
Mm-hmm.
And what they've already done, and see if we can mix that together in order to create
Mm-hmm.
quality, energetic content,
Mm-hmm.
and have an energetic marketing team,
Yeah,
and not have anyone sad.
you can share the
So,
picture.
I went on to research content creation and SEO and how that kind of links to social media, the questions that you were asking on Effi and so on. So we put it in, this is our general overview of my research, and I put it in the template that you put in Effi. So I said, we have to focus on quality content because it'll help much with SEO. Much. That's like the most important thing. We have to focus on a timetable because it will help much with organization. And we have to find 5 keywords for blog writing because it will help much with quality and focused content, which leads back to here. We have to focus on a keyword map because it can potentially help with SEO, but it's not that important. And if you're going back to here, so was our overview.
Mm-hmm.
And here is the research, and this is what's going to take the most of our meeting today. So this is the research I got. All my links are down below in the notes. So as I was reading through, I found this periodic table of SEO. Periodic table of SEO. There are 3 points to SEO. There is on-site SEO, off-site SEO, and technical SEO. On-site SEO is all the stuff that's happening on the page,
Mm-hmm.
like meta descriptions, SEO titles, images, headings, stuff like that.
You mean at the
Keywords.
service page?
Yeah.
Intro page.
Mm-hmm.
Keywords and stuff like that. And then off-site is like backlinks and
Mm-hmm. Like
the dirty
outside of
stuff,
the
yeah.
website.
And stuff that's not on the front page itself. And so here is a little bit more descriptive. I'll go through each one of these for you. Yeah, so technical goes in to on-site, off-site. Off-site takes about 50% of the entire SEO algorithm. And I'm not sure quite how on-site and technical split up, but I know that off-site and on-site affect technical. So you can't change technical yourself. You have to change on-site and off-site to change technical. So off-site is different than I'm thinking you think off-site is. And that's one of our major questions that we had. We had 2 questions. And the first question is whether we want to focus on our web page SEO, like effi.app SEO, or whether we want to focus on blog SEO. So here is how this is how this is going to end up. Each one of these, it's like the periodic table of elements, and each one of these has a little number in the corner based on importance to SEO. All these are positive and these ones are negative. Thing and what I wrote in the must-haves is quality. Quality. So QU is quality. It's making sure that everything's well written, well researched, beautifully done. Writing. Google implemented a Panda algorithm in 2011. The Panda algorithm destroyed a lot of people's SEO. So it looks through all like blog content, all content on a website, and looks through and see if it's quality writing. If there is like any sort of repeats, or if it's the keywords don't match the writing, or if the writing's not researched, like it doesn't have research links to other websites. Going down, we have research, which goes into quality. Each content we have has to have an external link to another research, basically, is what it's saying. Doesn't have to have, but having some research will be important. Depending on, like, if you put out 3 articles, one of them has to have a link, basically. Keywords is number 2. You have to have important keywords, obviously, that connect back to your quality. Freshness is constantly updating, but not too much, but just the right amount to keep things fresh and not overripe. You can overpost. Yeah. So freshness is keeping it perfect. Freezing it when it needs to be frozen, kind of thing. And then you have multimedia, which is adding videos, pictures, audio, text, which we are doing, so we're on top of that. And then below that we have answers. Answers is like, we have to write content that can answer someone's question. And shallow content is also part of the Panda algorithm. If your content does not have any sort of depth, and it just answers like one question and doesn't answer it in depth at all, doesn't go into like asking another question and answering that, and subheadings and whatnot. So crawl is something that we have to do a little bit more research about. Crawl is when the search engine goes through your website and it looks through all the links and see whether they're all connected, and it just crawls through and see whether it's easy to understand. On to mobile is optimizing for mobile, like iPad. Duplicate is being smart, making sure you don't repeat the same post. Don't like post the same content over and over again. Speed is how fast your site loads. And then HTTPS is something we don't have but you know about. HTTPS is the security thing. URLs, build keywords based on your page URL wise. Titles are like all this, titles, descriptions, structure, headlines, A&P are all within content writing. So titles, make sure your keywords in your titles. Make sure you have subheadings to separate readability. Make sure you have a meta description. Make sure you have a meta title. Make sure you have an appropriate slug. Make sure you're structured in the right way, grammatically and readability wise. AMP is optimization for mobile page, like the speed in which your structure will load a mobile page.
Loading
So if you have like 5 tips to do something, and each one of those tips has like 3 pictures, it's not going to load fast on mobile, and so Google won't be able to read it, and therefore it won't include it in SEO.
Difficult to crawl.
Yeah. So that is all on-site. On-site SEO. From here to here is on-site SEO. These first 3 columns are on-site SEO. And then off-site SEO is the dark blue, purple, and pink. So this is where we run into a problem. Depending on what we are trying to get SEO for. So for the blog, our SEO for this is perfect because I have all this on the blog.
We have a plugin
So
in the WordPress.
everything I write has headings. It has the keyword in it. I have SEO Yoast into WordPress, and that does the meta description. Like I can make my own meta descriptions and stuff like that. And also I have all the URL, and you can update anytime you want. You can add keywords, and you can do quality content anytime you want. So for the blog, all the on-site SEO is perfect. Well, probably like 98. But for our Effi.app/intro, it's not.
We're lacking a lot of SEO right now.
Yeah, I can pinpoint the points in which we need help for our Effi.app. But for our off-site SEO, we're slacking. We don't have any of this on either our blog or Effi.app. So the dark blue is something that we probably won't be able to get quickly. I know we won't be able to get it quickly, but we probably won't be able to get the last one. But that's only 1 point, so we'll be fine.
Yeah.
The first one is authority. Authority is basically how often our site is shared to other people. And below that is engagement, and engagement is not engagement off of our site. None of this right here, none of this blue stuff right here really has anything to do with off of our site. So engagement all has to do with how long our visitors stay on our page. It's not like engagement of like people from social media. Reputation is something that we will never get, basically, for a long time. Reputation is doing the same thing repeatedly.
For years.
For years, yeah. Or for months, since we're a tech company.
Yeah.
It's not going to be years. But reputation is that. But that's just a negative one, so it doesn't matter. So if you go to the purple, value anchors backlinks. This is where social networking comes in. Value is when we get someone to link Effi.app on their trusted website.
Like WSJ.
Yeah, it has to be a trusted website. And anchors is like, think of it as your click or your peers. Anchors is just having someone that has the same keywords as you mentioning, linking, like adding your link to their webpage. If they use the same keywords, like let's say Instabug adds Effi.app to a link in some random content that they have, they add a link to us, that'll help us. And then backlinks is just basically quantity of links. That's why it's only +1, because it doesn't check really the value of these links.
But
value still counts, obviously, because you can't have spam links. That's bad. But it just counts like quantity. How many times is a link to your webpage somewhere off of your webpage? And that's where social media can help us, is in backlinks, which is just 1 point. But and then in the pink, we can't do anything with the top 2 because we are global, and that's all about location. The bottom 3, we can, and that's just basically targeting our audience, demographics. What not to do, we really need to focus on this because we're actually doing almost everything that we're not supposed to be doing. So cloaking is, don't show the engines different pages than your searchers. So this could come into a problem with the whole redirect from Effi.co to Effi.app. But since Effi.co, are we using that as our advertisement, or are we using Effi.app as our advertisement?
we haven't decided yet.
So you're definitely going to want to use Effi.app.
Yeah.
Instead of Effi.co.
We're going to use Effi.app.
If you go across, we have schemes, which is buying links, spamming blogs. So spamming blogs is that over content I was telling you about. And then stuffing is don't be excessive with packing keywords, which we have been guilty of doing. Hiding, making keywords invisible is a dirty trick, so we don't want to do that. Piracy, which is stealing other people's content, which we've never done.
Piracy or is
Piracy.
Copy and paste.
Copy and paste.
Other
Or like take their words without citing them.
Okay.
Last one is intrusive, which is ad heavy content, which we don't have to worry about because we're not monetizing our website. So we don't have to worry about that. So we won't have ads on our website. And then the last 4 are things we're already doing, which is just like add your voice in there, which is what I'm doing with the Effi journal. That adds voice. Image, we're already doing that. Video, we're doing that. So, and then this one doesn't matter because we're not a business.
Yeah.